There's a crescent moon in Hollywood. That's even possible.
A wizard's hat. The moon and stars like a wizard's hat welcomed June until she was gone. When the Waffle House waitress asked if we left her tip in the bathroom, she smiled and said, "Only kidding." The trucker smirked. We stashed receipts in the glove box underneath antibacterial gel, where neon prices spiked 30 cents higher and no one knows why. Our car is a bubble of dripping ice on coins, swallowed by a toll that winks when the arm waves goodbye.
Don't expect the girl to care.
Bad behavior. When I started go-go dancing, exotic dancing as the girls like to say, Dire Straits was singing Money for Nothing and the Chicks for Free on the jukebox. My grandma's lingerie, the sexiest thing I owned, did not initiate me into the breakfast and beer, legs and eggs from 7 a.m. to noon shift, smoking in the dressing room. But it did encourage the clientele. They seemed to really dig it. And I did make a lot of money, although I don't know if it was out of pity or a certain je ne sais quoi I possessed at the time. Okay, I might have overworked the pole a bit in the beginning, but I thought it was hot. If not for a series of 6 jazz classes, I would have been ridiculed right off the stage. God have mercy for providing me the good sense to pass on the Vixen Club's offer of posing in a G-string for the coveted annual calendar. Turning down a mob boss firmly stating, Nicole, that was my dancing name, and it had a last name, Adams, Nicole Adams. Very classy. Yo, you're one of the 12 girls we selected out of 50, so, yo, what do you say? It's an honor. Well, so is killing a man in his crowd. It was a lot of pressure, but my mother always told me, don't ever write something down, leave it on an answering machine, or photograph it if you don't want the whole world to know. And that was before the internet. What foresight. Although John Cataglis offered me the standard $3 royalty for each calendar sold, I stated that I might not want those pictures following me when I would surely become a soccer mom or a councilwoman as intended. So, except for the outfits, I was a pro right off the bat. You see, my bad behavior has worked for me so far.
This is called Nice Girl. How you doing tonight? It's not easy to find a decent room in New York City. It doesn't consume your monthly salary or land you on a futon behind a curtained off annex. Someone's kitchen with a litter box shoved in the corner, and the only way I scored my apartment in New York City was to wait out the competition. I saw a flyer, room for rent, $6.50. Instead of tearing off one skinny tab, I swiped the whole darn page off the wall and stuffed it in my knapsack. Yeah, I wasn't taking any chances. I was pretty excited about the location. Mary Hill, it was the heart of Manhattan. So I called up her. Well, that was the name on the bottom of the tab, and I asked, can I come by tonight? And he said, yeah, but there's a lot of interest, so I won't have much time to talk with you. That's okay. I'm pretty patient. When I got there, the lobby smelled like donuts, because the building sat on top of the bakery. took the elevator up to the 16th floor, and a big black lab stuck her nose out the door. Yeah, a ton of people swirled inside the den checking out the space. Hey, that's my space, and I spotted her, and I calmly said, well, I'll just wait on the couch until everyone leaves. My strategy was to outlast the group. So for the next hour, I pet the dog, Maggie, my new best friend. Well, needless to say, I beat out 43 potential roommates by promising to walk Maggie every day after work. And sometimes, on weekends, I wouldn't get home until 3 a.m. So Herb had a walker, and on those nights, he had a ritual. You might say it was a throwback from his bar-hopping days of pouring on copious amounts of high karate cologne and slathering on dippity-doo gel. It gave him a thrill, but it made my eyes water and sting so bad, I threatened to move out every week or call in a hazmat team. Well, he would say, hey, what do you mean the girls that love it? And I'd say, what kind of girls? Well, my answer was soon to come. Late at night, whenever Herb had a walk, Maggie, well, he'd stroll through Gramercy Park and pick up women, well, prostitutes, and he'd bring them back to the apartment, and I'd hear rustling through his door, which was right across from the bathroom door, and the first time I realized we had a call girl in our place was when I heard him say, what? You don't smoke pot? You call yourself a hooker? And you don't get high? What kind of hooker doesn't do drugs? He was actually trying to shame this girl into being a drug addict. I felt sorry for her. As soon as I heard that comment, yeah, well, I hightailed it right back to my bedroom, and I locked the door. And then I thought, oh no, maybe she's going to brush her teeth with my toothbrush, or rub my lotions on God knows where. So I raced back through the den, scooped up my toothpaste, toothbrush, cream, dental floss. And then I thought, maybe she's already used them, so I had to throw them all away. Next morning when I saw her, I said, nice girl. Well, you probably think this is the end of the story. No. Although Herb was respectably an editor for A&E, it was beginning to dawn on me that he was also a gambling alcoholic, sex and drug addict, and he would go through spurts of attending multiple meetings in a single day for AA, NA, GA, SA, Sex Addicts Anonymous, that's right, and reminisce about the good old days. But on the weekends he really let loose. His friend Marco, who was a doctor at a prestigious medical clinic, would come over, get wasted, order nachos covered with jalapeno peppers, and mix cranberry juice in one of those giant Stoli-gallon jugs, and they would drink it down for 3 hours, belting out Steely Dan lyrics to every song that mentioned blackjack, 19-year-old girls, and Cuervo Gold. before going out to the club like it was 1983, and they would try and get me to party with them. But I declined. I never really wanted to move out of the city, but it was getting a little too crazy. I did have one small incentive to stay. Bakery cinnamon buns that float through the basement wall every time I did my laundry. So no matter how pungent her cologne was, laundry day was sweet. It's not easy to rent a decent room in New York City. Nice girl, Herb. Thank you.
Sit still. I couldn't sit still for 10 minutes, so God drove me to Venice Beach, California to sit around a lot, in cafes, in bookstores, in laundromats, to think about the meaning of life. It sounds so simple. I thought that I could just grasp happiness at every turn, come and go as often as I'd like, whenever. But every time I get what I want, and it happens more often than I know, even more often than I'd like, I leave just when the dream begins. I take a first bite, but then I can't stand the inside. I fight tooth and nail to find the perfect tree, to pluck a ripe piece of fruit. But I've taken so many first bites, I've gotten sick. I've made myself sick. I've poisoned myself with too many beginnings, as if there is such a thing. I mean, most people are afraid to start things, even paralyzed at the prospect. But I am amused by the challenge and crave it, as if being reckless had a sense of allure. My creativity has married my hyperactive attention span, and we are in a dysfunctional relationship heading for a messy divorce.
Love. I thought it was love, and it was. We both loved him more than me. I hate that when that happens.
I'm saying goodbye to Venice Beach and every coffee I've paid for with my car's lost change. I'm going to that new planet, no name, no sound, where dry brush rubs city brick that froze each year the wind blew. I'm saying goodbye to careful lies that have kept me from the one light I saw in the mountains of Big Sur, when the lantern we hung on the zipper tent melted the door. I am saying goodbye to free love that does not really exist, and cost more than all the Friday nights out, more than all the sacrifice of long hair care, more than all the tricks we play on ourselves to get what we want, only to distract us from what we really are. And I am saying goodbye to all of that.
Once had a friend named Angela who was married to Marlon Brando's illegitimate son. And when she danced, men paid to watch. Angela had a really bad boob job, but it didn't matter, 'cause the way she twined her legs around her neck on stage was worth the show. Nobody pays you what you're worth, and they do it every 2 weeks. So I danced for tips in a bar in One summer Angela had an art exhibit at the Mary Boone Gallery in Soho, and I asked her how that came about, 'cause I wanted one. She spoke slowly like dripping wax, meticulously detailing her creative steps, explaining how it took her 2 years to figure out which medium to use. About how long those 2 years must have felt for Angela until she got it right. And she did. Upstairs in the hot Mary Boone Gallery hung an enormous resin block filled with cowbells and feathers. No kidding, it was gross, but interesting. And I think Angela even sold it right out of the group show that June night. But that was the last after she confided to me that her fairy tale marriage to her famous Brando husband fell apart when he brazenly stole all the dancing money she had stashed away out of the lining of her pockets, and well, she made plenty of it. Over a period of several months, siphoned off her entire life savings in order to buy a condo with his new girlfriend in Miami, Maria! 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 Later I returned to New York City and ran into my former dance club boss, Johnny B. They all have initials for last names. Inside his tiny liquor-stocked office, I begged him for my old job back, and I asked, by the way, whatever happened to that pretty girl, Angela? He said she moved Piscataway, New Jersey, and married a plastic surgeon. I said, oh, how'd she meet him? 'Cause I wanted one. Well, he replaced her boob job.
string. Musicians write melodies using the same notes Gershwin, Bach, and Lennon did. The definition of insanity is repeating one thing over and over, expecting a different result. A baby picks a blade of grass on the funeral home lawn, waiting to go inside. It's going to happen, now or later. Not ever is not even an option. You can't leave here until you find the door. And they say one only opens when another closes, yet many doors has shut on me without a new crack to slip through, waving farewell to one season before a fall of leaves clutter the yard. Never thought I would sail like this. A girl must be tethered by thread. No, more durable, twine. Prettier still, a silk kite string if she is to fly at all.